right, so let's go.
Tune in and turn up your radio. It's all about turn up your speakers and let them follow me on like that. You already heard about it. Rachel is living, y'all. It's a discuss the topic. Pick up your phone and call. So real talking about that some that physical. So deep, you gon' need a rest to make sure you stay control. So baby, don't you change that stage. Can't be a part of the reason I'm the lady. It don't matter what you're doing, just save it. You can get back to it later. Later, later, later. You can get some of this flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Cause real recognize, real recognize.
I'm gonna turn it off. So hey, we're gonna get right into it. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. We air every second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. My name is Lynette, and I'm holding it down tonight as tonight's host. And I have with me the lovely and multi-talented Elizabeth Burns, aka Liz, who is our website content manager intern. Hey, Liz, welcome back. Thank you.
Hey, everyone. Oh, my goodness, that introduction. Yes, I received all those affirmations. So excited to be on this show tonight.
Thank you so much for holding it down. Franchella, as some of you may know, it is her birthday month, so she is vacationing and celebrating to the fullest. Yes. To the fullest on the island's mind. So enjoy, Franchella. We love you and happy birthday. You deserve it.
Happy birthday, Franchella.
Absolutely. So we have two special guests here tonight, and both of them are waiting in the green room. So we're excited to have these multi-talented gentlemen. But I just want to do a little bit of promos before we go into our interview. So first, I want to let you guys know that Liz is not only our website content manager, she is also a freelance journalist, a photographer, and a poet. So she's multi-talented, like I said. So thank you again, Liz, for joining me again. This is not your first time co-hosting with me. I believe this is your second time.
Yeah,
so
yep.
Thank you. We appreciate all that you do for the Real Recognize Real Talk Radio Show. So thank you. Yes. So I want to put this out there, a few things out there on your radars. So my cousin Eddie, he has a new single out. E.L. Clement is what he goes by. He has a new single out called Take Care. It's out there now on all social media platforms. He is a Grammy award-winning singer-songwriter who is one of the writers and producers on Usher's hit song, You Remind Me. So make sure that you cop his new single, y'all. It's called Take Care, and it's out there on all social media platforms. I also want to say welcome home to my co-author, Erica. Her and I co-authored a book called Coping with Grief. Your happiness is in your healing. It is out there now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, Lulu, you name it. It's out there. It's called Coping with Grief. As a matter of fact, I have a copy of it right here. It's called Coping with Grief. Your happiness is in your healing. So welcome home, Erica. She had a transplant recently, so I won't put too much out there, but Was kind of scary, but God is good. So we're thankful and blessed to have her come home. Congratulations to the 2023 graduates, all of the 2023 graduates. Congratulations to my godsons, John and Trace, my cousin Vashti, Yamira, and all of the Rita and all of the 2023 graduates. Congratulations, you did it.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets, the NBA who won an NBA championship yesterday. And I just want to plug these two events. For this Saturday, we'll talk a little bit about Rick's free barbecue as well. There's also another event. It's a youth golf play. Golf is not a play, but you can play golf. I'll say that. It's a youth that plays golf. June the 17th, 1 to 3 at Walnut Lane Golf Club. Shout out to Brick Philly. They are sponsoring that event. It's a free event from ages, I believe the ages from 10 to 14. Kids from 10 to 14. It's 1 to 3 at Walnut Lane Golf Club. Call for Sports is also Call for Christian Sports is also partnering with the Learn Center, my nonprofit, and DJ Newbill, who has a summer basketball camp. June the 26th, the summer basketball camps from 9 to 3 at it starts at Crystal Ray High School and it goes on. There's 3 separate camps. One is in July and one is in August. So make sure that you pay attention to those posts on Code for Christian Sports Instagram or the Learn Center's Instagram page. So it's a summer basketball camp for youth. I believe, again, the ages is from 10 to 14. So I wanted to make sure that I plug those things before we go into our show. So we are going to bring up, is there anything that you want to say before we bring up our first guest, Tyrone? Anything you want to say, Liz? So I want to y'all know this technology is not without its flaws. So if it's not me freezing, it might be Liz freezing. It's not me going black and white. It might be Liz going black and white. I don't know. But right now we got to keep it going. So Liz, you froze a little bit, but I'm hoping that the technology, you right back. There we go. Did you have anything that you wanted to share before we go into interviewing our guests?
No, nothing in particular. I mean, right now, Philly is dealing with the Northeast Philly. I guess everybody really that commutes is dealing with the I-95
Yes.
issue near the Academy. I think it's between the Academy Road and Cotman exit, where the bridge collapsed onto a truck. So yeah, just you know, praying for that situation so it can quickly get rectified, because it definitely impacts the commute for everyone.
Exactly. 95 is a major highway, so it is going to be definitely an inconvenience. And we do send our love and prayers out to the gentleman who lost his life as a result from what occurred. Yeah. So thank you for that. So I am going to bring up Tyrone, Nate, Reeves. Yes, welcome to the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show, Tyrone.
Thank you.
Thank you as well. So I'm going to give you a proper introduction. I always call you Nate because I think I met you as Nate. But so I'm going to give you a proper introduction. So Tyrone Nathaniel Reeves is an actor, writer, director, and model from Deptford, New Jersey. He played basketball and football earlier in life and discovered his love for the arts when he acted in the stage play Don't Count Me Out. Tyrone has acting experience in theater and film and has acted in TV One's For My Man, Creed, the award-winning film The Last Shot. The Deepest Cut is where I know him from. Is one of the actors in the film The Deepest Cut that I was in, and several others. He believes that the only way he can fail is not by trying at all, is by not trying at all. He has expanded his craft into writing and directing in his short film, which he did in his short film, Now I See, produced by Addieville Productions. Shout out to Chanel.
Shout out to Chanel.
Tyrone's day is not complete without getting in a good laugh. He makes people laugh as well while educating them with his what you call it? What the? See, I watch. You gotta catch it on Instagram to know what I'm talking about and Facebook. So Tyrone enjoys watching documentaries and educating himself on different things. Tyrone calls himself an introvert, but admits that acting has helped him break out of his shell. So he is no stranger to the show. Welcome back, Tyrone. You were on the show before with your
Yes.
classmates when we were in the building.
Yes.
Now we're transitioned to online. So welcome again to the Real Recognized Real Talk radio show. Thank you, thank you, thank you for
Thank you
gracing
for
us with
having me.
your presence.
Yes, thank
Thank you
you.
for having me.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome.
How'd you get all that info? I gave you all that info.
You gave me some of it, but I snoop around for the rest.
Oh, all right.
And I do watch your What the Facts. I do. I do.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm a little behind on those. I gotta put up a couple more, but they've been fun. They've been fun to do.
And see, and people are watching. So just because some people might not comment or they might not say anything doesn't mean they don't see them. So I
This
say
is
keep
true.
going because they're now, like I said, they're not only humorous, they're educating. Because you mentioned a lot of things that I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So are
It's
they really
funny.
facts?
Yeah, actually they are. And funny story is the way I started doing that was I got COVID. So during this past crazy season with COVID-19 and everything, I actually got it. But thank God I didn't get it bad. The only thing I suffered from really was fatigue. So I was just eating and sleeping all day. And being stuck in the house, of course, you get bored.
Right.
So when I get bored is when I start to really brainstorm and things start to click. So I was like, well, let me just try this and see what happens, and that's what I came up with.
Mm.
Wow. Well, I say keep going because they are very informative and funny.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. I will definitely keep going.
I
And
believe I had quote one that was cracking me up. Like, and I needed it because I was like on my lunch break at work and it was too much
Yeah,
going on.
yeah, and that's
Okay,
kind
cool.
of like I don't want to necessarily say my mission statement, but if I can just impact, if I'm in a room of 100 people and I impact one, I did my job.
Hmm.
I know
So,
that's right.
Amen.
whether it's making you laugh or teaching you something new or you being inspired by a role I did or my performances, and if I'm in a room of 100 and I get the one, that's
That's
success to
enough.
me,
Exactly, exactly. And I want to commend you on speaking of acting, I want to commend you on your acting skills because you
Hmm.
are a very talented actor. And I'm not just saying that because you're on the show, like I really mean it. I saw what you did in The Deepest Cut.
Thank you.
And I also saw you in another The Last Shot because I went to see that premiere. And you are a very talented actor. And sometimes people in Philadelphia don't always get as noticed. You know what I mean? But I
Mm,
see you. I
thank
see
you.
you
Thank
for
you. I
what that's worth.
appreciate that. No, no, it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot because as an artist and knowing myself, I'm a perfectionist. You know what I mean? So I can get very hard on myself as far as, did I do good enough? Was that take good enough? You know what I mean? Can I see the take? You know what I mean? Is there something else I could have done to make that scene better, to make my performance better? So I'm always in my head about if there's something different I could have done to make my performance better, to make it more believable, to, convey that emotion a little bit more. But
Right,
when I get feedback from people who've seen my work, it makes me feel a lot better. Um, and it's not even because I need to feel validated.
right.
Um, it's just going back to, me knowing I made an impact on somebody.
Right. And we are our own worst critic. Like people view us way better than we view ourselves. Well, I can also speak for myself because a lot of people say, well, you're this, you're that, you're that. And it's like, I don't really see, I guess you're too close to it to see it.
Right.
So we are our own worst critics. I always
Yes,
say that,
indeed.
because not that to be a perfectionist you have to be perfect. Like I was mentioning to Rick one time, so the other actor, director, and producer and writer and everything will talk to him. He actually is always doing plays. He's always doing film or movies and things of that nature. So he's always doing something. So maybe somehow y'all can connect and possibly work. Because like I said, he has a stage play going, get ready to come out called In the Rain that he's doing with Orange Juice Jones, the
Okay.
singer. But he's always doing something in the realm of the arts.
Right.
So we'll dot the I's and cross the T's, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But I also want to talk to you about what are you doing? What are you currently working on, and what have you been doing since you last visited us?
So I actually, funny you mentioned plays. I actually just got off the stage Friday. My mom, she's a playwright, you know,
Oh wow.
and she just got her production company off the ground. It's called Treasures of Pearls. So this is actually our second time performing the play. It's a stage play called Butterfly. Um, so this was our second time performing it. A lot of fun. She put me to work because not only not only was I one of the leads, but I was also assistant director. So I
Okay.
wore many different hats, and she definitely she put me to the test, and hopefully I passed because
I'm sure
doing
you did.
doing that for a play is a lot, just trying to keep track of the actors, make sure everybody's on point, and then her
Right.
being new to the business, I'm holding her hand, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm teaching her and she's learning, and yeah, it was definitely a test for my patience, but we handled it. We handled it.
Well, good, good. I'm sure you did an awesome job, and it is difficult. Stage plays and film are two different beasts.
Oh
Like
Yes.
yes, yes
I gave
indeed.
up stage plays a long time
Same
ago
here.
Right, right.
I did West
because
Side
it's so
Story in
much
high
work.
school. That was it.
Right, you
Yeah.
got to put into it. Not that you don't put it into work in film because you do, but it's just not the that many rehearsals. I'll say,
Mm, right,
yeah.
right. I think with because my passion is film, but
Mine-
what I do like about theater is I like the live performance aspect of it, the live reaction from the audience. Because then you get to really see, well, is this line I'm about to say, is this going to stick or not? And then,
Exactly.
if it sticks, great, and you got the momentum from the audience. But if not, it's kind of like, all right, we gotta try to get them on another scene.
Right.
But then with film, you shoot, you spend all these hours on set, the film's finally done, you're sitting in the theater, you're watching it, and this scene is coming up where you hope these lines stick, you hope this scene, hits the audience the way you want it to.
Right.
So then you're getting nervous, like, all right, let's see if I did my job, you know what I mean, with this scene. But it's I feel like I get more nervous when I'm getting ready to watch a movie that I was in versus getting ready to perform on stage.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
interesting. That's
That is
yeah,
interesting.
interesting.
And I'm the
yeah.
total opposite. So Liz has a question too.
What led you to exploring writing and directing?
Wow, that's a great question because I honestly don't know if I actually sat and thought about that myself. But I think as far as the writing is concerned, I always dreamed of myself or envisioned myself as somebody who was completely versatile, whatever role that I accept, I'll be able to do it no matter what it is. So being as though for a point in time I was kind of getting the same type of role, I was like, okay, this is starting to get annoying, but I get it. I have a certain look, blah blah blah. That whole thing. But I didn't want to get boxed in. So
Right.
in order for me not to get boxed in by other people, I had to take myself out of a box.
Right.
So that's what made me start writing. So I didn't wait for those opportunities for me to play these different characters who are night and day from each other. I just started writing.
Mm, I love that.
That's
That's really
good.
profound
It
because we
is.
are many layers. We're not just one dimensional. We have so
Mhm.
many dimensions to us as people.
Right, right.
And
And it was a way for me to challenge myself too, instead of
yes,
waiting
very
for
much.
somebody else to challenge me.
Right.
I
And
love
it's
it.
easy to get typecast, so I get it. I'm usually the mother,
Right. Right, right, right.
but I'm so many different things. I'm
Yeah,
waiting for that crazy that soft person that just
Mm.
snaps that turn crazy. I'm waiting
yeah,
for that role.
yeah, yeah. And that's the thing too. Like for me, like you said, you're always the mother. For me, I was always, even if the roles were different, I always had some type of love interest. I was always the boyfriend, the husband. I'm like, I can do so much more than that. I
Right.
can be the
Right.
psychopath. I can be the drug addict. I can be the killer. I can
Exactly.
be a blind person. I can be this.
Exactly.
I can be that. I can be this. So I never see myself as one type of character. I see myself as, okay, I can do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what made me start writing.
It makes
I
sense.
love that. Yeah, that does make
It makes
sense.
sense. Yeah.
In your bio that I read, you said that laughter is your favorite pastime.
Yes.
And laughter is said to be like good medicine for the soul. So how has it served as a healing? How has it served you as a healing, inspiring, and motivational instrument in acting, writing, and directing?
Wow. These questions is good. You
That's
knocking
what
it out
I
the
told
park.
her.
Well, look, I got that temple degree for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as laughter is concerned, even though I'm an introvert, I'm very to myself. I just laughing to me is it's number one, it's therapeutic. You can have the worst day ever, but if you get that nice from the soul, from the pit of your stomach laugh, everything that you went through kind of goes out the window for that split second. And
Mm-hmm.
that split second can turn into a couple minutes, can turn into an hour. And then you laughing about that same thing for the rest of the day. And you don't forgot what happened. Um, it's scientifically proven that laughter is the best medicine.
Medicine.
If you could put it in pill form and sell it, we'd all be addicts.
You right. I'd
You
buy
know?
it.
Yeah, that's why do you
Yep.
think you get
Take
laughing
gallons
gas
of
when you
it.
go to the dentist? Because even when you laugh, when you conjure up a laugh, it takes pain away.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I
Right.
don't know the politically correct science behind it, but it releases something in you that can literally take pain away.
I think it's
Probably
like
like
endorphins or something.
It,
Endorphins.
endorphins.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. So it releases endorphins and that takes pain away. So if you have like, let's say your wrist is hurting or whatever, somebody makes you laugh, you get a good enough laugh for that moment where you're in the humorous
Right.
state of mind, you're not thinking about that pain, and
Right.
that pain is pretty much gone. So as far as physically, mentally, like I was saying, you could have a bad day, something makes you laugh, and boom, you don't forgot about what happened. You're in a completely different mind frame now.
That's so true. So now you're gonna have to do a what the fact on
Yeah.
that.
I
Yep.
actually, yes, I do. I
Yes.
have to do
Yeah.
one about that, and I have to do one about taking cold showers too, because those are actually very good for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
interested.
but then as far as laughing when it comes to the arts or my artistry, um, I try to number one, I try to make every set that I'm on, every stage that I'm on, I try to make it fun in any way I can. A lot of times we have to play these characters or we have to do these scenes that can be a little tough,
Intense.
intense, can be very emotional. And I understand that we have to be in a certain headspace to carry out these characters, to really live in the moment for these scenes.
Right.
So whether it's before or after we get through it, all right, now I gotta crack a joke. I gotta lighten the mood or something because
Mm-hmm.
that was heavy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I feel like it's important for us as actors to be able to really decompress when we come out of those headspaces of
Exactly.
being, these emotionally driven characters.
Right. Because you
So
don't want to
laughter,
carry it home. You don't want to take it with
exactly,
you. Yeah.
Right.
exactly,
Right.
Yeah.
exactly. And I've made the mistake of taking it with me.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy to do when you're so good, you can't help it.
Right. Yeah.
You
Or you
dive
have such a
you
passion
become the
for it.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You dive
right,
in
right,
and you actually become the character. So it's like now
right,
you have to deprogram and say, okay, now he's Tyrone. I'm Tyrone.
right, right. So what I do to decompress is I'll throw on a comedy and I'll laugh, and I'm
Awesome,
back. So
awesome, awesome. So are y'all continuing on with the stage play or you're working on something different?
so we are definitely going to continue on with the stage play. We have some plans to take it on the road. Now,
Okay.
as far as details are concerned, don't have them all yet, but we are in talks of doing maybe a little tour up and down the East Coast, and see where it takes us.
Really? Okay, wonderful. You did just do a film recently. Um,
Yes.
so can you tell us a little bit about it?
You talking about the horror?
Yes, the horror. Can you
All
talk?
right, so
Yes.
yeah, I,
Oh,
I can
when
talk
I
about it.
saw that poster, sorry to cut you off,
Mm,
but when I saw the poster to it, I was like, "Oh, I'm in." I don't even
yeah,
know like what it's about, but it really did. It was very compelling, and they chose the right wording and everything to
mhm,
really engage the audience by first glance. Because you have to do that nowadays. People
Draw
have
right,
them
so
in.
many things to like, distract them, and so
right,
many outlets and platforms. So yeah, I
right.
just wanted to give props to that because that was amazing. That poster.
Thank
Right.
you. I know somebody. I think somebody overseas did it. Um,
Okay.
so I'll accept the flowers for them because they definitely did a bang up job on that.
Yeah.
Especially for it to be an independent film, you don't see.
Yes.
Sadly enough, you don't see that level of care or detail go into um a pretty much micro budgeted film. So it
Right.
looks very, very top notch. It looks
Hmm.
very top notch. So I was impressed with it. That's honestly one of my favorite. That is my favorite poster that I've been on. Is that one?
And what's the
Okay.
name of it again?
It's called No Way Out.
No way
No
out.
Way Out.
No Way Out. Yeah.
It's a
So
horror,
think of
and
it.
I go ahead, go ahead.
It's like a psychological horror thriller.
Okay.
Um. So think of maybe best way I can describe it is like a Saw slash if Saw and Escape Room had a baby,
Hmm.
Okay.
it would
Wow.
it would be this. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of horror. I used to be, but now I'm a little chicken. But I like psychological thrillers. I love those. So it's something that I may have to check out. So when can people expect for it to be? Is it out, or what are they going?
So
Or they're pitching it? And
we
then
are
tell people how they can follow you, because I want to keep in time with our next guest coming up. But go ahead.
okay. Okay, so we're actually having a red carpet premiere on Sunday.
This
Um,
Sunday.
this Sunday coming up, which is Father's Day. I know it's a odd day to
Okay.
have a premiere, but it is at 7:30 at the Highway One Theater in I believe it is Levittown, if I'm not
It is
mistaken.
actually Jenkintown.
Jenkintown. I know it was one of them towns,
Yeah.
something town. um, but I will post a link on my Facebook to purchase tickets. I think tickets are still available.
Okay. So we're
Okay.
definitely going to put it out there on our Facebook page as well, so to share it with other people.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see. So it's this Sunday. All right. So is there anything else that you want to share before we wrap up that you're doing, or
Um, I wanna drop my social media handle so whoever doesn't follow me can follow me.
yes, please.
Um, Facebook, you can add me at Tyrone Nathaniel. And then Instagram, I'm Nathaniel the number four, real REEL, like demo real, and then underscore.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining us
you.
today
Yes.
on
Thank
the
you
No
so
Real
problem.
much.
Real Talk Radio Show. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
I'm gonna look forward to seeing you in upcoming film, and I'm also gonna look forward to that with the facts.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna check more episodes out.
Yeah, I'm slacking, but I got you. I'm gonna start doing more episodes.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
indeed. No
Keep
problem.
teaching and educating us, and
Yes.
while making us laugh. So
Yes, indeed. I
thank
will.
Keep
You're
walking in your
welcome.
purpose.
Yes, that
yes.
that part. Yes, indeed.
So many blessings to
Many
you.
Thank
blessings.
you.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So he's a very talented brother.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
doing great things. He's also, not only is he a good actor, he's actually a good person.
That's wonderful.
So it's important, because when you're working with people, you don't just want to work with people who are knowledgeable about their craft. You
Right.
also want to work with people who you actually can work with. So
Yes. Yeah.
and Nate is one of those people. I call him Nate, but Tyrone is
He,
one of those people.
it speaks
So,
to what he said, which is like, you energy is real, and you want to be around people where like they complement your energy.
Exactly. So I am going to bring up our next guest who is waiting patiently.
Yes.
Mr. Rick Watson. Thank you for waiting, Rick.
Thank
And I'm
you.
going to give you a proper introduction and then we're going to go right into it. So, Rick Watson is the founder and creative force behind World Renowned Entertainment LLC. He is a South Philly native raised by his parents, his great parents, to be exact, who sacrificed everything to give him a good education. Rick is also a father who learned the art of business from other Black business owners in the area. He started out in an R&B hip hop group called RPM and started writing songs and choreographing dance steps for the group. His passion for writing songs turned into a passion for writing movie scripts and stage plays. He is also known as one of the most successful writers coming out of South Philadelphia. He has written and directed, acted in, and produced over 10 stage plays and a few short films to his he added a few short films to his works as well. Rick wears many hats. Not only as an actor, an entrepreneur, a writer, director, a producer. He is also an author of several books as well. Rick is a true testament of hard work, perseverance, and philanthropy. He gives back to the community in a host of ways. He hosts an annual barbecue around Father's Day. He does a Triumph Arts Award where he honors local artists and actresses and actors who are honing in on their craft and acting, in the acting industry. Through his greatest, though, I'm sorry. So his greatest treasure he calls CUP, caring for underprivileged people. So he does all these things through his organization called CUP, caring for underprivileged people. So Rick has recently launched his own ice cream, Risque, and his own wine brand, Vivacity, Vavavoom. So welcome. Rick is not a stranger to the show either. He has been on the show as well. So welcome back to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show, Mr. Rick Watson.
Ooh, the flowers.
Hey, boy, I need to hire you to bring me out on something. Yes. Makes you like want to bow and everything like that. Oh, that's me.
Yes, that is you and this song. So thank you. Thank you. So Rick is a jack of all trades. So I know you probably heard a little bit about Nate. He's an actor as well, and he's good, Rick. So if you can link up, if y'all want to link up, I told him you're always doing great things. And you might be looking for an actor. He's actually not only a good actor, but he's a good person as well.
Yeah, I was listening to some of the interviews. I said I better not get up moving nothing. So I just try to enjoy some glasses of my wine by myself. So I'm cool.
I know that's right. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about you have a play. You have an upcoming stage play that's about to be, I think, is it July the 21st? 22nd. Please tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, I'm doing a stage play. We're featuring Philly. We just set up. We got about maybe 6 cities we're gonna be touring to, and a lot of it is in Detroit and in Texas, from Austin, Dallas, and Houston. I don't know why that far, but it's a play we premiere here in Philadelphia. It's a play called "Walking in the Rain." It's a story that I wrote to the legendary song "The Rain" by Orange Juice Jones.
Yeah.
And everybody always loved that song. Still got over, I don't know, it was 20, 40 million something views still today. The song was a major hit, and it toured around the world, and his album, and until he had a problem with Def Jam, then people part ways in business. But this guy is a legend. He's a great friend of mine. I consider him like a brother, and I wanted to give homage to him through creating a stage play to the song, from the concept of the song. And it's called "Walking in the Rain." If y'all don't know that song, I saw you
and him walking in the rain.
I will admit I know the chorus.
The chorus, that's about it.
But I remember that song in Cookouts.
You remember? Yeah. And the funny thing about the song, I always loved it because it seemed like he saved men men used to have all the songs so much against us. With that, we got and then they start saying he was a stalker. Why is he a stalker? But if women do it, it ain't stalking, right? No, but
One
it's a
thing, it
great.
was funny. That song was hilarious, especially when he started talking about an alley cat coat wearing. I was like, yeah,
Get him. And it's, yeah, so we're starting that tour on 22nd here in Philadelphia. We just want to do 2 shows, and if it does well, the 2 shows, because it's a 1,000-seat venue, the Levitt Auditorium on Broad and Pine. So if we sell out the 2 shows, we might add a Sunday show in if it's not too late. We'll just bring it back because we're kind of getting the date set up to be touring. So, and we're excited. Anybody that love good theater, they're going to really get a kick out of this play. Even the cast members, a couple of them called me back and saying, "Man, this is really good, Rick. This is going to be good." So I'm excited to get the world to see it because I love writing anyway. So I'm always writing something. That's what I do. I haven't knitted a couple of things.
I'm pretty sure you're already working on project number.
I know. I don't know where I'm at now. I'm always working. That's probably why I don't have. Yeah, that's why I'm such a. My life is my work. So
right.
Okay to be lonely sometimes because I'm working for something to be a legacy for my children. So
I know that's right.
I know that's
right. Which is a good thing, but also you have to take time for you because don't forget about you.
Right.
Oh, I do actually. My mother used to always tell me, Rick, you gotta rest. You gotta do this. So I'm pretty much almost in the bed every night at 9 o'clock. I try to get rest. That's the first thing, and then I'll take off, and y'all just don't know till I get back. I ain't blasting it all on social media, but when I'm back, and I'll be like, yeah, this is what he's doing, this and that. I take time for myself. Now I do.
Right, which is
like this is my 19th year in July.
Wow.
So, that's amazing.
Wow.
I haven't worked for nobody that long, so it's truly a blessing to be in the position to even say that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I made it through pandemics, everything. So, and my life is, I'm really blessed too because my life is a different way at one point. A lot of people don't know my book is coming out soon. Everybody want to read it. I didn't think they would, but everybody wants it. Called The Rise, Fall, and Rebirth of Rick Watson. So I've been away and been incarcerated and got in trouble, becoming a product of my environment at a young age. And I wanted to make sure that to enlighten people, because when God came in my life, I wanted to always be about encouraging people and making sure my kids know a difference, not to walk the path or make the mistakes that I did. So, guys, much is given, much is required. That's why in most of my work, I'm encouraging people as much as I can.
That's awesome too. And you know what? It gives people hope because a lot of people, they kind of try to hold you to your past because they don't think that people can change because maybe they haven't changed. So I like that you show, by modeling that people can change. What you used to be, you no longer are. What I used to be, I'm no longer, you know what I mean? So we do evolve and people can change. They just have to want to change.
Yep.
So
yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I was just going to say real quick that's why I was trying to encourage people that you're not a failure if you got another shot. Society try to tell you made a mistake that you failed. You ain't no failure or have failed in anything if you could get up again and make it another day and go and pursue something, become better. At the end of your time, if you did nothing except for nonsense, then you failed in life. Or as of right now, don't let no society, situation, or mistake you made say that you're a failure, because you can rise and do something better. You might have made a mistake, but you're not a failure.
Exactly. This is what this young man that I was dating a while ago, he was like, he did something, to me or whatever. And he was like, I know you hate me. And I was like, you know what? I don't hate you. I hate what you did. Like, I won't ever hate anybody. You know what I mean? But you can hate the behavior, but not the person, So it's the same thing. Like, you're not a failure because you did something inappropriate. It's just that what you did was inappropriate. So you have to learn from your mistakes on what to do better and what not to do and what to do better. So people can evolve and people can change. And I'm glad that you're putting it out there in your plays and in your books, teaching people a better way, because sometimes people get stuck in their environment or in their mental spaces, in their heads. and they get self-defeating, or think what do you call it, self-sabotage and stuff like that. So it's important that, especially for Black men, that they see other Black men doing the darn thing the right way,
Or some feel seen.
So thank you, Rick, for being that model.
Yep.
Yeah, all what you understand that success is, this is a saying that I say, but success is just a state of mind that motivates progress. When you get to that point, you understand and make better decisions, and you make money, and money don't make you. When you get to that point in life, you have to understand something, because society in general have had us so
messed up
about ourselves, or believing we're different. Like it's never been a situation that a Black man, even know how to be a father. Even when slavery started, we never had examples of seeing Black men as a father, because they took us, put us in situations, and then we got a little, like, we might be a leader. They separate the family and send you off somewhere. So we really never did through a common way. I mean, we have some good situations that happen, but fatherhood was taken so much away from the Black man that coming up is so normal to be in some situations. That's not an excuse, but it's a reality to become a product of situations.
Right.
And of course, I was fortunate. My father was in my life all the years. My parents were married 54 years before they passed.
Wow.
And I always knew what it was to have a father. So even when I made a mistake, it came back. But how many people really know how to be fathers? If the generations of generations is always was tearing us as apart as a family in general. So that's not an excuse, I'm trying to say, for people to do for your children if you can.
Right. No, I get it. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. It's not an excuse, but you understand how it can happen.
Right.
How a person could say this can leave, because the generational curses is real. Like, even when we was younger, I never knew why I wanted to be cool to sit in the back of the bus. I didn't know our ancestors before that. When I was a kid, I was fighting so far for what intrigued me to want the back.
Right.
To be cool. So it's a lot of things in life, but I don't want to get that into it. You can read.
No, but that's interesting, because I felt the same way. I went straight to the back.
Same here. Yeah. Just hang out the back. Then want to be different.
I believe it's something in generations that just go along with, that's attached to you. If you believe in spirits and believe in God, then you understand spirits linger. That's why sometimes you have to go and meditate and come out of things, and you got to go sometimes sit down and move aside, whatever you got to do. But it's a lot of things that we're attached to. So even if you didn't know, like I didn't really understand the struggle of having to sit in the back of the bus. I mean, I know later when I was getting in hearing things, but I still was young, and I was straight to the back. So it's some things that just attached to us, and that's what I wanted to break. That's why I put 2 philosophy books out. One is a bestseller called The Deprogramming of Affiliate Mindset, our business, on Amazon, and then the second one is called The Conditioning of Black Self-Destructing Behavior, and the subtitle is Guilty by Default. I try to put those things out there to get people to encourage, and if we get to the point of wanting to read more, get to reading, then it's there. So thankfully.
You also have genocide, right?
Yeah, genocidal behavior. Well, that's a movie that I did when I first came home. Well, I don't let nothing stop me. That's on YouTube.
That's what I said.
I love it. I love
that's
that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. And a lot of people have watched it. And they call it a hood classic. And I was so low budget. I knew that I was going to make a movie. Nobody can tell me nothing. God made me to succeed. So when everybody is telling you, "Oh, you should do this, don't do that," I don't pay attention. I just go forward. And then I don't ask nobody for nothing, because I don't be concerned with why I can't do things. I find out reasons how I can get it done. And you just go by doing different things, and you'll find a way when you're going. If you really believe that God going to open the door for you or got your back, then move forward.
That's right. And you know what?
Don't worry about what ain't working, because if he told you what the path was to get where you're going, you probably just won't do it. So
you got off the path.
Get up and go.
Because he works on building you. He's working on building you. So your only job is to step out on faith.
That's right.
There you go. I like her. I knew I liked her.
And you know what? Your son, shout out to Polo Kai, and your daughter, who has the business out. Yeah, so they
in Maryland. The
yep,
company. My daughter in New York got the #1 hair salon out there. So yeah, they all doing their thing. I'm so proud of all of them.
Exactly. So you're setting the example on the right path, on taking the right path. So I commend you for that, and they're following your lead and your guidance. So I appreciate that. But Liz has a question for you.
I have a few questions, and you almost pretty much almost answered it, but I am curious about your response to this one. Um, and I was curious to know, how has spirituality impacted your ability to use discernment in your career and within the industry that you're in?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a really good question. You do ask
I
good.
know. I was like, go ahead, Liz.
What impacted me is it impacted me because it's truth. If you
Mm-hmm.
really, spirituality is not something that somebody can tell you about. You do it because somebody did it. You go and you give yourself to create a higher source and allow to see the manifestation of life. So for me, when I go into something, I'm always going into it with a spiritual aspect of who am I? I'm created for something, right? And I'm created to win and I'm created to be successful. So in order for me to see it, faith is things that's not seen. So for me to accomplish it and do it, I have to move on faith. Word speaks on. I used to read the Bible when I was away. I mean, I studied and I wanted to understand life, and I just opened up to so much. So it says, for faith is small as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Now, I can't move a mountain yet, but what I can
I can.
what I can do right now. No, well, what I mean is from a perspective of your faith has to be like where anything goes wrong, you never worry about something. Like now, I might still be in a position I found. I don't worry when it comes to me. I believe that anything that I do go forward that and is righteous, that God is going to allow it to manifest in His time. Because
Right.
sometimes you need to learn some stuff. So everything don't supposed to happen overnight,
Right.
real
Right.
quick. So you have to be in a position to understand when you move forward. That's spirituality to me. Spirituality is just going forward with no fear and allowing it to grow to become something. So I do that by true faith. That's what I do. I do it by true faith. When I act on something, I believe it's done already. Like it's no thought process behind it. Like it's no
Mm-hmm.
fear. It's no nothing. Spirituality to me is just moving forward and believing that something beautiful is going to come out of it. If it doesn't at that particular time or that way, that just means that I need to be learning or getting something else. So
Mm-hmm.
and then like I said, from my spiritual point, I had to learn to not let money make me. I make money.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Money makes
Yeah.
you will sacrifice yourself, your being, and anything to get where you want to get to. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
No, because that's the fastest way to destroy yourself
Yeah.
too. If
Yep.
you do it the opposite way, you
Right.
know.
To
So I
your
hope
point earlier about failures, I agree. I believe as well. Like, if you have the ability to learn a lesson within something that you like, you're perceiving as failing in, then it really isn't a failure, because it's something, it's a tool that you can add to your
Right.
kit that's going to further help you step out on faith and further continue to push you to step out on faith and do the things you need to do to walk in your purpose. So I
that.
Absolutely.
think that in my opinion, I think you're already moving mountains. You're on a platform speaking about the things that you love, and the things that you're passionate about, the businesses that you created, and from the viewers that are watching this, the conversations that may happen after this, the people on Real Recognize Real YouTube channel that may watch this, they're going to be inspired by this. So you're
You know,
already
it's
moving
funny.
mountains.
And metaphorically, God made me moving mountains by the exact way you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We move mountains, get things done. We don't
Yeah.
know. We know. All I know is that I've been very blessed. I mean, to be doing something for 19 years, and I've been toured and I've been around the country, and I mean, I've done a lot of different cities. I've been doing what I do off of strictly faith. Because if I look at it from what society projects me to be as a man in this country, a black man with no resources and nothing else, that's why in 1921, all those things was inspirational. In 1921, black people had more money than in Tulsa home, had more money than anybody in the country. They had the biggest banks, the biggest airports, they had this. And they did that by taking their pennies
Mm.
and moving forward. And what did they do? Come down and tear it down and kill them and do this. And the bank, nobody, insurance didn't have to pay them back. That's never here and there. But the point I want to get to is that what they took when they took that pennies or whatever it is that they had, and they did it. There was a lot of faith behind that. Because everything in society in this country still today in the amendment is still with 3/5 of a man. I don't think they've ever even changed that. So as like in the 13th Amendment, that was only brought into place to say slavery is abolished, to say only if it's activated when you go to prison. So what are we almost in now? So what you have to do is for me personally, the psychological aspect of accomplishing something is strictly having faith and move forward. Because when I started, I had nothing. Even when it went up and went down, God gave me a lesson in it. But I never concerned about it. You will never know if I'm up or down, because the only thing you're going to see is the light of what God has given me to do to get something across. Sleep on me if you want.
I know
that's right. It's not your circumstances.
Drops
It's your mind.
he drops the mic.
Right.
Well, look, we got to get into this before the show is over. So Rick, tell us about your ice cream and tell us about your new wine brand. Okay. Let's get to it.
Baba Boom.
Yeah, Baba.
Baba Boom.
My ice cream is called Risque. It's ice cream that we got now. I'm trying to be in a position now of getting it distributed through the shop rights and stuff like that. But I'm just finding out it's a hard problem for me to be able to be manufacturing it, but I'm gonna figure it out and to be getting it moved. I didn't realize how hard it is to move ice cream, so I didn't equate that in, because like I said, I just move, get it done. Right now, the ice cream, I have ice cream out. I call it Risque. We just have the two flavors for now. That's vanilla and chocolate. But we have a signature taste coming out called that's going to be raspberry peach. Y'all going to love it. Okay. And it's not too sweet, and it's not too. My ice cream, I've done taste tests. People love it. Was wanting to buy it. So they've been really making a good noise about it, because everybody says it's not too sweet. It's not too this. It's just right. So that's pretty cool. So that's
Will you have it for sale? Will you have it for sale at your barbecue this Saturday?
I won't have it at the barbecue because there's no way to transport it again.
Oh, okay.
So what we're doing is we do deliveries, and we're gonna have some stores set up soon to do it.
Okay. So
like people are calling, and if they want it ordered, we order and we have it delivered to you. Okay. So but right now like I said, we just have we tested out the raspberry peach. I almost got it right where I want it, but the vanilla and chocolate is ready now. And as for my wine, I should have brought Risk Vivacity. You can see I've been hitting it a little bit.
It's a little half empty, half full.
It's half empty, half full. Yeah.
Cheers.
So cheers. I wish I had a glass there. You get a cheers. There you go. Cheers. Y'all got to get some Vivacity though.
Well, you have that for sale this Saturday.
Yeah, what I'm doing is I've been trying to wait. I didn't realize so many people was going to want it. I'm so excited. So what we're doing is, and this is organically grown berries. You'll be able to read the back and everything. You see Rick Watson all on there. The year 2003. So anyway, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Anyway, so what we're doing is on the 17th is the cookout. My appreciation cookout I do every year. We buy all the permits down at Penn Treaty Park. Make sure we get the park that day, because that was the day they brought the slaves into that to bring them there on the boats by the water. So I buy every permit so we can own the park for the day, and we do a moment of silence for ancestors and people that lost loved ones to violence. We get a big circle and we feed and we eat. We listen to music and got live band performances. We're doing a lot of things down this year. So every year we do that. So there, I may have some of the wine because some people have been sneakily asking, but I've been trying to wait because I'm having that following Friday on the 23rd. I'm doing. We charted out the dock for the
wine test.
Yeah, for the wine test that we're doing. It's free. We have a private boat behind the Mushaloo. So it's the other side of Mushaloo where you see private boats that are coming around there. I say that because everybody can find the Mushaloo. And you walk around and you'll hear the music playing and stuff. So from 5 to 9 on that Friday, we'll be doing the wine test.
June or July?
June 23rd.
June the 23rd.
It's the week right after the cookout. So this Saturday is the 17th will be the cookout. And it's free to everybody. Everybody come out and eat. We got food for 500 people. So come out and eat as much as you want. Bring your kids. You need a day of relaxation to just get away and do it. If I make money or not, I'm going to have this because it's important. Like I said, I move by faith. So, if you keep giving, much is given, much is required. And if you give, I believe that God allows you to grow in what your heart's desires are. So for me, I never move in fear and never think what I don't have. I just act on it. So I know that's really faith though, because you
It
can't.
is. It is.
You don't just act on it without, thinking about it, because society, the world, and we're programmed to believe always in our self-conscious mind. Consciously, we always say, I can do anything I want, but self-consciously, something's stopping you from taking that step.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, I ain't got the money, or I ain't got this. But you're saying at the same time, I got God. So for me, that's good in all of it. So
and
so
the more you think about it, the more you talk yourself out of not doing it. So I like that you just go ahead and do
I
it,
just
because
want to do it.
that's right.
I wanted a wine. I start acting on it. Found a friend of mine wanted to do wine. Keep finding a way, find out how to do it. He said, "Man, I got a buddy. Open the door. It's open for me because I acted on it." Because so most people act because they can't see it. Me, I started going for it. I have to have an Italian friend. His Italian buddy got a winery. He said, "Man, I can make the signature wine, but it has to only be manufactured through him. More I get, the less I get it for." So, and it's signature. When you taste it, you're gonna see. It's not. I didn't want cheap wine, so I got a good wine. It's cork.
Right.
Ooh, okay. Yep. So that preserves all the flavors.
I ain't want no twister. I want a cork.
I know that's right. You wanted the pop.
Right.
So and it's not a dessert wine. It's a really good wine. It's a little teeny dry, but if you taste it, it got so many different flavors. You would really
red or white?
It's red. I like red, so I started off red. Because white to me is really dry, so I wanted a red one that's got not too bad, but it's like almost a twist between the Chardonnay and the dessert. So it's like really good wine. And I almost guarantee you they're gonna love it. We're gonna be retailing eventually for $100. Is so good, but we're gonna have for $40 for y'all to think. So bring money.
Okay.
All
right. June the 23rd. Wine tested, bring money.
On the Pennsylvania, right behind the Bouchalou, you'll hear the music. There's a big boat out there, and at from 10 to 1 to be the after party. We lock the gate up. Gonna be out on the dock down there. You're gonna get in if we got it through us, so we got the dock charted out. So we doing it. I'm trying to do it big as I possibly can do it. So I'm blessed with who's a guy who's a sponsor for that with his private boat. So we're blessed to be getting it done. And all right, what else didn't I talk about? Because I know you got to get asked. What else? We talked about the cookout.
Tell people how they can follow you and how they can get tickets to everything that you're doing.
Okay. All right. I have a website. It's my name, Rick Watson Productions with an S at the end. RickWatsonProductions.com. You go on my website. You can click on events and see everything. You just have to register for the cookout coming up. You can register on my website under events, and for the wine tasting. Come out, hang out with us and that's free too. Just register because we gotta always keep an idea how many people are coming. And for the play, Walking in the Rain, that's on my website too. Y'all gotta pay for that one, but I'm giving y'all a lot of free stuff. My birthday party is coming up soon too in July, so that's free too. So give y'all a lot of free stuff, but I still gotta pay some bills. So everything you can watch on there. You can follow me on Rick Watson on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Rick Watson CEO. I don't know what I'm on Twitter and all the other ones. I'm on that stuff, but they the main two things if you really want to get in contact with me and know more about what I'm doing. What else? That's the most ways. My website is a way to contact me instead of an email. You can go to my website, go to contact us on it, and you can go learn more about my company going to my website, which is www. Always put that first, and then RickWatsonProductions.com.
Yes. Rick, I commend and applaud you for everything that you are doing, everything that you have done, and everything that you will continue to do, and keep growing, keep expanding, and keep doing great things. So thank you. Thank you
so much.
Thank you both. And I really appreciate this. And y'all, I'm very proud of what y'all doing. And I've been a big fan of you and Franchella all the way around. Now I'm a new friend of let me see.
Liz.
Yeah, I know you don't want the whole name. Elizabeth.
The whole government.
The whole government. Elizabeth. You got the whole thing on there, Elizabeth. And so I'm very proud of you too. And I
thank you.
representing for Black women and doing such a great job. So blessings to you.
Thank you. Much blessings to you as well. And I will see you Saturday.
Saturday. I want to see you, Liz.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to bring her with me. I'm gonna try to get her to come with me.
Push out. One, but after I'll give her a break on one. She got to come to the cookout or the wine testing. One of the two now.
Yeah, the wine testing tasting sound like a vibe. And also I take photos, so it sounds like great scenery.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'll inbox or text you the flyers if you don't know that have all information on them.
Okay.
And I'll definitely post it on our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, and I need y'all to come promoting about walking in the rain if you can. So we're gonna talk more about that.
Absolutely. Send me that flyer also, then I'll promote it on the show.
You can promote it on the show. All right, salute y'all. Thank you.
And I'm gonna come to that. I'm gonna come to that too, Rick.
What?
So to the play as well.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So thank you again. God bless you. Many blessings to you.
Yes.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh yes. I love it.
Y'all have a great night.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. So thank y'all for tuning in to the Real Recognized Real Talk radio show. We held it down. Thank you, Liz. So you had some awesome questions, but see how fast that time goes by. So
it does.
Fast. Franchella, we held it down. We hope that you are having an amazing time in the islands, enjoying your birthday as I know you are. The hostess with the mostest. So we want to thank all of our guests for being on the show, Rick Watson and Tyrone, Nathaniel Reeves. Make sure that y'all follow these brothers. We're going to make sure y'all support what they're doing as well. So we're going to put the information after the show. We're going to put everything on our website so you can find out more about what they're doing and how to support them. So I want to thank you also, Liz, for holding it down with me and asking such great questions. So,
I mean, you're an excellent host. Like the praises and the flowers that you gave to each of the guests tonight, as well as myself. It's just amazing.
Well deserved.
I feel honored and humbled.
So well deserved. So I give the just due to those who deserve
you as well. You're phenomenal in everything you
do. Thank you.
So but this show was great. The energy was amazing. The guests just were very inspirational, talking about amazing things that they're doing for, because the things that they're passionate about, as well as for the culture. And I love to hear it. I love to see it.
Me too. And you know what? That's what this platform is for, because we always hear about the gun violence and the things that people are not doing, but we don't always get to hear that people are also, everybody's not bad, and people are also doing great things. So we want to give them an opportunity to showcase that, because we need it, and what they're doing is needed, and what we're doing is needed as well. So we're not a platform that promotes promiscuity or the ratchetness. We're actually promoting Black excellence at its finest, and not only just Black excellence, but excellence period. It doesn't have to have a race to it. But speaking of Black excellence, we're going to close out with this our web content manager strategist, aka Liz Delilah Elizabeth,
crack it up.
Who is a poet, and y'all, if y'all didn't know, now you know it.
So
bless us.
On the spot a little bit,
down a couple of fingers here. But I'm gonna shut up now.
I just no, you fine. I just wrote this poem actually yesterday, and it's about confidence. So it's gonna be a little rough, and I'm gonna look at the screen while I read it, so I won't be looking in this direction. But yeah, you don't need to remind me of trauma. I'm now growing, understanding too. Ask where the confidence went, why I'm timid. I mean, who is you? And thank you too. Needed that to bounce back, right? Always need a restart. Till I looked at it differently. Me trying to stay in one place while God say, oh, nah, pivot. confidence and why it shifts when it's time for me to lead. I got the confidence beat out of me. Before I knew freedom wasn't flesh bound, it was spirituality. And before you say this testimony is getting too lyrical, not acting like self, well, confidence was kept high up on a shelf. Trauma tricked me into, wait, hold up. I tricked me into believing, beloved, it wasn't worth achieving. They had to, life had to, I had to make sure I ain't stand out, right? Because in a life of me not trusting myself, mental victim ridden, new thought felt forbidden, had to hold on tight, right? Come from anywhere. Shot can come from anywhere. Anybody, anytime. Like that fine black king, I'm going to mispronounce his name, Giveon. I sang love songs to this chaos. Stepped into it, got cozy. So before you act like you know me, confidence, I watered this garden. The greens, leaves, daisies, sunflowers, vibrant browns and yellows. There lied my power, my voice, and most importantly, my choice. With scripture, spiritual literature, won't pour into things that are sour because they're sour either way. Won't worry what others say. I won't worry. Finding courage while each time discernment just by saying and walking in faith.
Wow.
Ooh, confidence. It's important.
Yeah.
That's what's talking about tonight. Walking in faith and believing in yourself, knowing that you have already been made in greatness. So it's up to you to deliver. Get to the testimony so you can help others feel seen.
Amen. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for blessing us with that. That was deep. That was deep. And I like how you said, and the trauma had me. And then you said, no, because a lot of times it's us. Yeah. And we like to point the finger at situations, but sometimes we are in control of our own destiny, with God too. So I like that your play on words. It was awesome. So congratulations.
But wait, I gotta shout out another poet, Maui. She has a book called So Much to Unlearn, and it speaks so much to this poem that was written. You just have to you have so much to unlearn other people's projections that you've now got in your own mind, thinking it's your thoughts and the way the society views you. Like I'm me, and I get to tell you who that is.
Exactly. So. I'm the author.
I'm the author of this story.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this was an amazing night.
Thank you so much, Liz. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, and we appreciate all that you do for the radio show. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you coming out hanging with me Saturday, maybe.
not so subtle drop. Yeah, I'll text you.
We'll talk offline. Yeah. We'll talk offline. But thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Carol Burns. Thank you, Darlene Smith, my mama. Thank you, Tara Jenkins. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you, Kim Yates. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, everybody. Till next time, we love y'all. Thank y'all for always tuning in to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show. Remember, we are on every second Tuesday of the month at 7. Yes. Thank you. We always keep it 100.
Yeah.